Here at NewsNation, we always strive to bring you both sides of every story. In fact, if we have multiple sides, a lot of stories don't have two sides, but multiple angles and perspectives. So right now we're bringing on one Republican and one Democratic voter to share their thoughts on today's big elections. Charles Dingy is a Republican from North Carolina. Marian Hoffman votes Democrat in the same state. So hello to you both. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm going to start with Charles. What is the most important issue for you, or what are the most important issues ahead of these midterms or during these midterms?
Hey, good morning. Yeah, thank you. And it is dingy, by the way.
Dingy, forgive me.
Yeah, no worries. It happens. But hands down, the most important issue is the economy. Inflation is crushing the average American. I mean, I can tell you, I put fuel in my home for our home heating oil, and it costs 4 times as much this year as it did last year. And this is an issue that, regardless of your political views, the inflation problem is affecting everyone. Eggs are up almost triple, milk is triple. I mean, even butter is up 4 times in terms of its cost. So no matter what you do, everybody's got to eat. And I think that we're going to see those results here on election night, that people are going to vote with their wallets.
Marian, what are your thoughts about that? Are people going to vote with their wallets? And as a Democrat, is that one of your top issues as well?
Good morning. It is and it isn't. Inflation is not just in America, it's all over the world. That has many issues that are here. It's the war in Ukraine that plays into this. It's not a US-specific situation right now. For me, the human rights issues is a much bigger issue that we should take care of. We have a lot of really pressing issues. It's the abortion rights, it's a functional immigration law, it's healthcare, it's social security, it's our LGBTQ rights, education. We have to make sure that we are not turning the clock back 50 years like we do when we do daylight saving. This is really something, economy is always in a wave, it goes up and down, that's been shown through history. However, those human rights shouldn't be focusing on going back 50 years, what we have fought very
You're
much
talking
to be able there.
a lot about some of the decisions made by the higher courts and the Supreme Court recently. Charles, I do have to talk to you about what you believe the state of politics is, in terms of why do you vote Republican and why do you believe Republican candidates are the right ones to lead this country?
Sure. I mean, we can see it if you want to go straight to the federal level. The President of the United States has been continuing to give money to Ukraine and other countries when we have people here in America who are starving. There's Americans who have to choose right now between buying groceries for their family or paying their cell phone bill, or choosing between buying gas or being able to put food on the table. This is the real crisis that we're facing. People mention turning back the clock. I mean, we're turning back the clock now to the Great Depression, to the point where people are unable to pay to provide food for their families. That is the real crisis here. We need to take care of our people here in America. Here in Wake County specifically, the largest county in the state of North Carolina, where we at the Wake County Republican Party knocked on over 200,000 doors. The resounding issue from people was the economy. People are nervous. People are unable to pay for their basic standard of living. We need to focus on Americans. And that's what the Republican Party is going to do. And that's why I think we're going to see big wins from Republicans across the board here tonight.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.